I'm gonna wait for a few more people come in before I start this live. I got my glasses today so I can read comments. How everybody doing? I hope all is well. I truly do. I'm just waiting for a few people to come in. I just got off work a couple of like an hour and a half ago. And I know I didn't come live yesterday, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a live tonight. So I just want a couple of more people to come on, so I can just speak on what's on my title. I want to talk about it. I just want a couple more people to come on. It's not as late as I was the last time, 12 o'clock. Got finished around 1. So when a couple more people come on, I want to just talk about what I think is going on. And y'all see the title. How everybody doing? When y'all come in, can y'all hit the like button? And y'all can say hello. Wait for a couple of more people to come in. And then if a lot of people don't come in, then I'm still going to do my commentary. I'm still going to do my reaction. I'm still going to speak on what I'm going to speak on. And then whoever don't watch tonight, I'm sure they're going to watch the replay. So I thank you guys in advance. But I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come on. But in the meantime, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good hump day. I did. I was busy. Got through my days at work, my day job and my night job. Got done with that. And I said, you know what? Let me come on and do a video. So I want to wait for just a couple more people to come on in. And that way I don't have to keep repeating everything that I'm talking about. But, you know, when it comes to Robert and everything that he's going through, it's a big storm. It's a big storm that he been through in this whole year, and he coming out okay. You know, it's just that some people don't understand how something they consider small, how big it really is. How big it really is. They don't understand how much they affect people. And you affect so many people's lives by rumors. And people have to understand that you just can't say anything. Some things you may go through it without involving social media. Go through it without involving social media. So many people was affected in this rumor that was not cleared up. For one, is Robert. He's the main one who is affected by this. The main one is Robert. Then his children. Then his family member. And then some of the content creators. Their lives has been affected. A lot of content creators is getting threatened, doxxed, all because they decided to get a job in these YouTube streets, speaking on things that they felt that should be somebody should have justice, get justice for an action. All these people did was speak on it. And I'm hearing so many different things in these YouTube streets, what's happening to these reaction channels and what's happening to the content creators. And it's sad because as adults, everyone should have their opinion. Everyone going to have their opinion. And it's, to me, it just seems like the people who's on Latruth side, it seems like they just speaking on things that they seeing. What they seeing is not affecting anyone. They just giving their opinion. But so many people is getting hurt by it. You just got to look at this as how they say it, if people was let me get it, the forest fires, it only take one person to, destroy the whole forest. All it takes is that one little match, and it destroy so much. And people just want this to be over, and they just want peace. It's hard to have peace when you destroy so many people in a major way. Yes, God is still got their back. God going to look after them, everything like that. But at the end of the day, when so many people's life is destroyed by one individual, one denominator, it's hard to have peace. It's hard. Something have to get fixed. Something has to get fixed. How you doing, Richard? How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. I just got off both of my jobs. And sometimes, when you're looking at these YouTube streets, this is somebody's life. The stuff that goes on in these YouTube streets, you can look at TV. That's a TV show. These people is acting. But what's going on in these YouTube streets, this is somebody's life. And I just sit back and just like, even though I'm not around that person, but I look at them on YouTube, and I'm like, this man's life is affected with his children, his biological children. How you doing, Akima? It's like some people just think at this as a joke. Some people just look at this stuff and just do content on it just to get paid, or just to be nosy. But when I look at this kind of stuff, my heart goes out to the people who is hurt. I don't do this for a paycheck. Yes, sometimes I get money when I go in and really come on often. Yeah, I get a little money here and there, but this is not my job, my main job. I have two jobs already. So when people look at what's going on, they look at it as just, I don't know what they look at it as. I think some people look at this as a paycheck. Some people want a paycheck. Some people want money. It's more than that. What's going on is more than trying to get a dollar. This man's life is ruined. It's not ruined, but he got something over his head every time you say Latruth now. Every time you say his name, it's going to be behind this DV. And it's like, before something get put out there, you have to have some type of evidence. You have to, and I just can't get over it that all this happened without evidence. When you come on here and you say something about somebody, you have to have some type of receipt, some type of proof. Your word shouldn't be just the only thing that you have. And that's why I'm just so shocked by how this continued for a whole year. October will be a whole year. And still, after a whole year, no receipts are proof. No receipts are proof. And this going on a whole year. And now, you be like, man, I'm tired of it. I want peace. I want this to be done. I'm not the same person anymore. I changed. But all of that after the storm. After the storm, now you want peace. And now you want peace after so much damage was caused. Just like your hurricane, everything is at peace. Imagine in the beginning before a hurricane come. Everybody is living in peace. Everybody just having peace. They in their homes, they're at work, the kids at school, whatever the case may be. Then boom, the storm come. And that's how it was with Mr. Latruth. Living his life, then boom, a storm came and destroyed so many people. So many lives. And people just I want peace now. I want peace now. Try to fix everything that was done. Trying to fix everything that was ruined. the relationship with the children and their dad, the other families that was hurt. So much happened when it comes to destroying these people in YouTube. I'm not going to even mention it all. You all know when it comes to the families who was hurt, when it comes to the content creators, the reaction channels, um, the little boy who had cancer. I don't know if he still have cancer. I hope he don't. But all this damage that happened, and now it's like, okay, I done said what I said. I done did all my dirt. I done did all this. Now I want peace. And it's like, so you just don't want to say I'm sorry for the things that you do. You know, people just do things, and when they get tired of it, then they want to stop. Then they want peace. And it's like, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. At least apologize. And on top of that, you know, after all the damage is done, you just live life as though it's grand. As though it's grand. And it's like, the way people think, I just don't get how people think. I don't understand how people live their life and think how they think. You know, at the end of the day, if I was the one who caused damage to so many people, at some point, my soul, my heart, my conscience is going to eat me up. My conscience is going to bother me that I was the cause of my kids' father my kids and their father not getting along. I was the cause of his first biological daughter and his relationship not getting along. The things that were said on these internet. How I let somebody else get involved with my kid life and putting it on the internet. You know, at some point, your conscience have to wake you up. At some point, your heart have to not be so hard and so cold. At some point, you have to realize that you're the common denominator when it comes to Mr. Latruth's ex-wife. At some point, she have to feel and know that she was the cause of all this destruction, all this ruin, all this stuff. She got to realize that, because I pray that God have mercy on her soul. That is my prayer for her, that God have mercy on her soul. I know I've seen the video when she just want all this stuff to stop, when she want this stuff just people to leave it alone. But at the end of the day, at some point, when is she going to apologize for causing all this havoc? All this havoc in these YouTube, social media, Facebook streets. And I'm not saying anything to bash her, because at the end of the day, it's a fact. It's true. The story was put out here. Everybody seen and heard the story that she put out there. Everybody seen those videos that was put out there. So at some point, you just got to take that accountability and say, you know what? I was wrong. I put this out here. I shouldn't have did that. If I couldn't take it to court and the courts couldn't solve it, I shouldn't have gave it to YouTube. If the police couldn't solve it, I shouldn't gave it to YouTube. Because when you're going through a situation with your significant other, your husband, your wife, your spouse, whatever the case may be, when you're going through something awful, the best thing to do is get the police involved without social media having to know. And once the police say it's nothing that they can do because it's no evidence, then it is what it is. Then if you decide to take something to court and the judge said they need proof, they need receipts, they need pictures, at some point they're going to have to deny everything because there's no proof of what was said. And whoever brings something to court have to have the burden of proof. Whoever takes someone to court have to have that burden of proof. and that other person just could sit in court and just had their arms like this while the judge talked to the person, I guess it's the plaintiff, and asked the plaintiff's question. If that plaintiff can't answer the questions that the judge asks, that defendant don't have to say anything because that plaintiff didn't come up with proof of what he taking that person to court for. So you have to, hey L Boogie, how you doing? Hello. So you have to have proof. And so the thing I'm saying is when you bring an issue like this, a rumor like this, to YouTube, social media, Facebook, you have to ask yourself, what was the reason that you brought this to YouTube? If the police did not believe it, or if they did believe it, they didn't have any proof, so nobody couldn't get locked up or catch a case because it was no proof. So when the police couldn't do anything, why was it brought to social media? You got to ask yourself that question. People need to ask themselves that question. Why was this brought to social media? Why was this brought to social media? And if you can't answer that question, why was this rumor brought to social media? I know, I have a feeling why. I have a feeling why, because I believe that she wanted Robert to go down. That's my belief. And I don't understand that because Robert was a person who lifted her up. So it's like, why would you want him to go down and he have to lift you up? The way how that lifestyle, that is because of Robert, and he deserved his flowers. That's my belief. And how it went down, how this storm went down, I can't get over it. It's just so hard to know that it's somebody's reality. To know that this is somebody's reality, it is just so hard to like, wow, this happened. And when you used to look at, I used to look at them all the time, and it's unbelievable. Like this really happened to Mr. Latruth. It's like, dang. And it's like, who can you trust? It's like, if I was in his shoes, trusting people would be so hard. I would literally have to pray the Lord to allow me to be able to trust an individual. Because if your wife can do this to you, you don't know who else can do you like that. And then when you have the sister, his sister to not be on his side, who can you trust? And that, like I said, my heart truly go out to this man, because for him to be as strong as he is, and to be able to handle all this drama with different people coming on his chat and saying whatever they're saying, that has to be extremely hard for him to deal with. That have to be extremely hard for Mr. Latruth to deal with it. But when God got your back, you can get through anything. You can get through anything when God have your back. And I can tell that God have Mr. Latruth back, because you have to see, like God said, I don't know if I'm going to get that scripture right, when they said, when you bless, that people, your enemies, going to be there to see it. And Robert is getting blessed in so many ways. You can see how healthy he's getting. You can see the progress that he's making. You can see the awards that he's getting. And you can see that people probably attacking him, but it's just being mean to him. But they can't say bad things about him, things that he's doing. You know, they can't say anything negative and bad that he's doing. The only thing they can do is pick. You know, and everybody get picked on. Somebody pick on so many different people for whatever reason. They may not like how the person walk, how the person talk, how the person look. People are always going to pick on somebody. But so that's why the only thing they can do is Rob just nitpick at him. But they can't say anything like awful to him, things that he did in real life that was bad. So my head, my give him thumbs up. My head goes off to Mr. Robert. It really do, because he have to be a very strong man to continue to deal with what he's dealing with, and it's not even his fault. That's why when the devil come at you for when you don't know why, just keep strong. Continue to be strong, because the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what the devil's purpose is. And when you know you're doing good and the devil continue to attack you for no reason, just keep doing the right thing. Continue to be positive. Allow God to handle all the bad treatment that you get. Allow God to handle that. God already said throw all of your burdens upon him. Let God handle everything that's going on. Let God handle everything that's going on. In due time, people is going to reap what they sow. In due time, people will reap what they sow. Calm comes before the storm. Calm comes before the storm. So right, everybody living their life just like in Noah day, when Noah was trying to warn everybody. He was trying to warn everybody. Nobody didn't take the heed. So everybody living their life. But soon as they seen that rain coming, then the storm came. So just like everybody living their life and doing what they do, hurting people, continuing living their life, hurting people after just hurting so many different people. And they just have no compassion. No compassion of the lives that they destroying. And they just live in life. But in due time, the Bible says you will reap what you sow. And so the things that I have seen in this situation with Mr. Latruth, the things that I have seen, I may not get on here all the time like people do and talk about this every day, how some people report everything. I may not do that. But believe me, I've been watching. For close to a whole year. I've been watching. And I've been watching how people been treated. And it's like, this been a whole year. So you already know, in due time, not in our time, not in that other person's time, in due time, you will, not maybe, not a possibility, but the Bible say you will reap what you sow. And so when people reaping what they sow, they probably do one thing here and they have to reap that, or they probably do something else another time. But when you continue to do things back to back for a whole year, to bite to bite, doing people wrong, saying things, dividing family, not just one child, two, getting boyfriends to clown and make fun of the biological daddy, all this stuff that everybody know that's going on these social media streets. Everybody's seeing for that whole year what was being said. A picture was being put out. The man was being talked about. All these different negative seeds that was being planted during this whole year. I don't know if everybody kept your girl video of everything she said, because I seen a lot of videos to make the husband feel like, dang, who is this that I married? What did I do? Who is this woman? And nobody cannot tell me that Mr. Robert Latruth wasn't saying, oh my God, who did I marry? Because the normal and regular couples who go through a lot, they don't put their husband and wives business out in them streets like this. They don't do that. And so when you just see within 2 months, within a month, right after this happened, she kept putting stuff back to back on here, doing stuff, saying stuff. And it's like, I'm looking back like, Lord, now I know she's saying she go to church. I know she says she go to church. I seen her going to church with her kids. And then nothing going to hit your conscience to say, I better stop this. I better not say this. That's why I say, yes, I do go to church, but I know I'm not that holier than thou person. Yes, I talk about the God sometimes, but I'm never going to be that person who going to be doing different things on the internet, speaking in tongues, doing the most on the internet, and then come out and be another type of way. And so all the things that was done in that year, all the stuff that was done to Mr. Latruth, all he have to do is continue to go to God in prayer, continue to handle everything how he handled it. That's fine. I know he probably throw some shade, throw some shots every now and then. I get it. I understand, because you want that person to know, I hear you. Okay, I hear what you're saying. So you throw that little shade, but I never once seen him disrespect his wife in an ugly way. I never seen that. Yes, he said some things, but I never seen him disrespect his wife in a way that people say, come on now, you're going too far, you shouldn't say that. I didn't see that. I might have missed the video if he did, because I don't look at all the videos, even though I like a lot of content creators on these social media streets, but I can't say I look at all their video, because it's just so many people in these YouTube streets who doing content on so much stuff when it comes to this sector. It is what it is. So like I said, I'm definitely not going to be on long, because it's almost going to be 12 o'clock and I'm going to have to go to work in the morning. But I'm definitely going to be back. So you guys, if you have not hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit the like button. Share the video. Pray for the Latruth family. Not just for Mr. Latruth, for Bree as well. Pray for Bree as well. Pray that they come together and be at least good parents. Even if they never ever get back together, pray for both of them. Don't just pray for Mr. Latruth. Pray for his soon-to-be ex-wife. Why not? God changed things. They may never get back together, but at least if you continue to pray for her, because something has to be done. Because the things that were said about her husband, even though she want peace, but what about him? What about him getting peace? What about his name getting cleared? Just come on, you know what? I came on here. I didn't have no proof. I done said all this stuff about him. I done did the most. And at some point, you never know how God going to work this thing out. You don't know how God is going to work this situation that's going on out. It's almost a year in a couple of more days. It's going to be 1 year. And so during this 1 year, Robert name he don't have closure. And it's hard not to have closure when you got a huge rumor that's going around. A huge rumor. And you can't get closure for something that a person don't have no proof. A person done she done put his name out there as being DV'd, and it's no proof. And that I just cannot just like, it's hard I see why some people can't rest. Why people can't find peace. because this man's name has not been cleared. So it's just like when the police say the case is not solved, it's just like an unsolved case. It's no closure. And it's not right, because like I said in the beginning, it's like a storm. It was like a storm. That rumor was like a horrible storm that destroyed so much. You know how you in the house when the storm going on, you safe in your house, but when it's reported on the news and you see all the damage that was done from that one storm, that is how this rumor is to Robert. That is how that rumor was to one man. His name was thrown in the mud, in the toilet. That name that he built for himself, it was tossed around as though it was nothing. The reputation of that man, and everybody know him to be positive. And to say that he did that DV to his wife, this man, before I go off and before I log off here, I got to say this. Robert Latruth need closure. And when I say closure, I mean proof of what was said about him. If there's no proof, it needs to be some type of apology for causing all this havoc, all this damage, this storm, the destruction of many of lives. Many of lives got destroyed by this. From what I'm hearing, people lost their real clocking in job. Not the job that we have on YouTube, but the outside job. People lost their jobs. People was removed because they was terrified about YouTube. It is not right, in my opinion. My heart go out to every YouTube reaction channel, every content creator who life was threatened. Nobody's life should be threatened because they choose to have a job on these social media street talking about things that they see on social media. People is grown enough to have a conversation. And people should be grown enough to say, I agree to disagree. I don't believe what you're saying. But to ruin people's life, like I said, this is a huge storm that came upon Robert with this rumor. And it's just crazy when you hear people just say, I want this to stop. What? Something that you caused, but you want it to stop without clearing this man's name? Like I said, if it was me, Lord knows, if this was me and I put out something like that, I'd be like, look, I did something. I shouldn't have done it without bringing proof. Without bringing proof. Because once the police cannot, again, and I got to continue to repeat this, once a police officer do not find evidence, do not take people to jail for lack of proof, lack of evidence, lack of receipts, okay, it's done. Now you have a choice to move. You go your separate ways. Hey, the police not believing me. They not doing nothing about it. And then, if you still have a problem with it, you could have took it to court. And if the judge say, you know what, I don't have proof, then you just say, you know what, let me go my separate ways. But to bring it on the internet without no receipts, without no proof, and it's just out here like a rumor, and that's why it's not over, because people still want closure. People want Robert's name to be cleaned up. That's what people want. So people going to continue to speak on it. Do I agree with people that the name calling they doing? Of course not. Do I listen to the channels who do their reaction? I do. I listen to many. I listen to the upside to see what they have to say. I even give them a view. And I know people say, you can't get that person a view. You shouldn't get this person a view. At the end of the day, we all have grown. We all can go to whoever page we want to listen to whoever we want to listen to. And so, but at the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to continue to say this. Without proof, nobody should talk about anybody without proof. And the reason why a lot of people is on Mr. Latruth's side is because of the things that his soon-to-be ex-wife put out here. Just like if she wouldn't, imagine if she would not put this out here. Well, imagine if she would not have came out with what she said happened. This would have been over within probably 4 days. Probably within a week. People would have just been talking. If this rumor would not have been put out, and they just went their separate ways, it would have been like, wow, the truth, they broke up, they separated. That would have just lasted probably a good 2 weeks. Just like that rapper, what's his name, who recently divorced his wife, Jeezy. Just like Jeezy. People ain't talking about they probably talking about it, but not like this. It's not like this. It's totally different than this. This is just like just a mess. Even when it came to him, to Jeezy, you see the wife, his soon to be ex-wife who he divorcing, like, what's her name? Jeezy and whatever her name is. I can't think her name. God, I'm trying to think her name. I can't even think her name right now. But even she's not out here talking. So it's like you just got to know when to zip it. You have to know when to zip it, because both of them could have been so much further. So much further if this was not going on for a whole year. Imagine what she would have been by now. Even though she's doing good because she's getting paid and her channel is continue to blossom. And Mr. Latruth, his channel is continue to blossom. But imagine for a whole year if this wasn't a big issue. If this rumor wasn't spread. Where they would have been at in life. And so that's my thing, you guys. So I'm going to get ready to log out, because right now it's 3 minutes till 12. So if you all, like I said in the beginning, if you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Share the video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. So I'm getting ready to turn it in tonight. I thank all of you who stayed in to watch the video. Again, watch the replay. Watch the replay, share, and like. Well, with that being said, everybody, if nobody didn't tell y'all today or whenever, could have been while you was young or older, if nobody did not tell you all that they love you, I love you. Continue to pray. Ask God to give you the desires of your heart. And in due time, I believe that you will get everything that you say you want. Continue to stay positive. Continue to uplift someone. Continue to make somebody smile. Try not to be mean to people. And if you do something that you know is not of God, pray on it and ask for forgiveness. God will forgive you. Just anything. Just continue to try to be positive. Love yourself. Love God, love yourself, and then you can love others. So with that being said, everybody, just know, I don't care what nobody else do. I don't care what no reaction channel do. I don't care what no content creators do. Just know, I have nothing negative against your girl, Bree. I just pray that in due time that they come together and talk. her and her Mr. Robert. I pray they come to some type of solution and talk it out. Just speak. Be good. Be nice to each other. You got a kid together. Everything don't have to be on social media. Everything don't have to be recorded when you all talk. But I know it is because nobody don't want to be caught up in something. So, like I said, I pray for Mr. Latruth, him and his soon to be his ex-wife, and I pray that God have mercy on people's souls who do things that's not of Him. And with that being said, everybody, I'm going to get ready to go to bed. I will be on tomorrow, and just know that I love you all. So, with that being said, everybody, peace out.